How's it going, everyone? It's that Blue Bath here, and welcome back to the channel and another video. Now today, folks, I'm going to keep this intro short and sweet because I have something very awesome and special to show you. Now, a few days ago, I attended a Lotus and VX220 Owners Club track day at Cadwell Park, and what an experience that was. It was such a cool event with tons of awesome VX220s, Lotus Exige, Exiges, Caterhams, and even a 340R. So some very rare cars there at the day with some really cool people as well. So as you saw in that video, I was fully suited and booted, folks. I had the helmet, the race suit, the gloves, the boots. I was ready to go round in two very awesome cars because I had the opportunity to experience a VX220 which was owned by Mr. John Clifton and a Lotus Exige which was owned by Pete. Both really nice people, and they gave me some passenger laps in both of their cars. Now, in that original video, you would have seen the full footage for the VX220, but today, you're going to be seeing the footage from the 360 Cup Exige, kindly provided by Pete himself. So thank you very much, Pete, for the footage. So I really hope you guys enjoy this footage. I mean, it's pretty awesome. It's got all the dials in the screen there with your RPM, the speed, throttle, brake. It's got all the proper information that you need to know whilst we're going around the track. And well, without any further ado, we're not going to waste any more time. Let's jump straight into the footage. So here we are in the pit lane, folks, and you're getting the whole experience today from the pits to the track. It's going to be pretty awesome. So basically what's happening here is I'm just getting into the car, and Pete's going to help me with the harnesses, get me set up and ready, and then we shall head to the track. So here we are, just opening the door, and I should be jumping in any minute now. And just like the VX220, it is sort of just bum first and just sort of hop in the car and should be all right. And I've sort of got used to it from getting into the VX220.
Get out in a hurry, just push the button and then all the things open. Okay, so this is
So there we are. I recognise that blue race suit. That's me hopping into the Exige. So it was quite nice in the Exige, I must admit. I mean, this is a fully track-built car, and there were definitely some bits and bobs that stood out in the interior. There's some gauges and a different instrument cluster as well. So Pete had gone to town on this car. Now, I wasn't really too sure what a normal Exige interior looks like, but I could tell from the bat that this was no normal interior. I mean, the harnesses, the seats, everything just looked so cool. And just like the VX220, it was just properly decked out. I mean, the VX220 had carbon everywhere, and the Exige has tons of dials, information, and a bunch of other cool things as well. So I'm just trying to get the harness on here, just getting all buckled up, and it was a 5-point harness as well, which was pretty awesome. So you're properly buckled in once you've got it all set up and ready. And once you tighten it up as well, you can definitely feel that you're secure in the bucket seat. It's pretty awesome, and I've never used harnesses in the past, so being able to use them twice in one day was a pretty cool experience for me, I'm not going to lie. So we're just getting set up now. It shouldn't be too long. He's just grabbing his awesome helmet, and then we shall head out from the pits to the track entrance.
doesn't work once you're nailing it though, you have to turn it off.
I see what you mean about fully modified.
Well, this is, oh yeah, and I've got a different dash as well, yeah. I forget sometimes the things I've done.
Yeah. I've never seen the inside of like a factory one, but I can tell just by looking at it all the different like mods and stuff that's been done.
they don't let you have them all. I mean, you can have it open.
Okay folks, so here we go. We're just about to reverse out of the spot and embark towards the track entrance. Now this is going to be awesome, because I was sat here and I was already thinking to myself, what is this going to be like? I mean, a fully decked out, modified track setup Exige, and just pulling away from the spot, hearing the engine, I was ready. I thought I was anyway, until we got out the pit exit, but you'll see that in a second. I just want to say a big shout out to Pete as well, not only for the opportunity to let me go around in his car, but just for how nice he was. Because he said to me, if I wasn't liking it at all, if I was a bit worried or nervous, just to tap him on the shoulder and then he'll go straight back to the pits or go for a cool down lap. It's a really nice guy, and he said that it would be hard to hear him over the engine, and I definitely understood what he meant when we got out on track. But here we go, out of the pit exit. Just watch this, folks. And right off the bat, we start out in first gear out of the pit exit. And it was safe to say that I was not ready for that. It was crazy. So here we go, down to the main straight, and just listen to this. Did you see that, folks? Bloody hell, 130 down the second straight. How crazy is that? I couldn't believe how quickly we reeled in that Caterham. We're coming under the end bridge now towards the hill, going through these corners, and oh, look at that line. It is very, very nice. Coming up the hill here, we do a tiny jump as well, and wow, this car was awesome. Going through the whole bends once again, on the curb there, through we go, doing 60 mile an hour, which is really awesome, and back down towards the main straight once again. Tell you what, folks, that supercharger never gets boring. It was just so awesome to listen to each and every lap. I mean, this car sounds so good. Both this and the VX220 sound amazing. One thing about this car as well is that the brakes are fantastic. Honestly, the way the car comes to a stop is incredible. So as you heard, folks, we were scraping through those corners a little bit. I tell you what, Pete was really driving this car. He was sending it on the track, flat out through every corner. I could not believe it. Pete just quickly asked me if I was alright. I tell you what, I was loving it. I gave him a big thumbs up. So coming up to a classic Lotus Exige here, one of the 160s. Now I believe the owner actually came up to us after we did the laps, and he was with an instructor, so that's just why they're taking it a bit easy, because he's learning the track. And to be fair, kudos to him, you know. I mean, Cadwell is a pretty crazy track to start off with, so having an instructor is completely fine, because it definitely does take a while to learn it, but really cool car regardless. I'm sorry if I haven't talked much in this video, because I just want you guys to listen to this car. I mean, it just sounds so good with that supercharger whining in the background as well. It is pretty awesome. And talking about supercharged cars, here is another Lotus Exige. It's very nice in orange as well. And there we have it, folks. Those are the 10 laps in the Lotus Exige. What an experience that was. So now we're just on a cool down lap and then we're going to head back to the pits. But what a crazy car the Exige was. I mean, the acceleration, the way it braked, how it went through the corners, and of course Pete driving. It was just all so amazing to witness and experience too. So once again, a massive shout out to Pete for giving me the opportunity to go around in his crazy cool Exige, and another shout out to John Clifton as well for also letting me go around in his VX220. Both were amazing, fan-dabby doozy cars. So here we are driving back into the pits, and I couldn't believe it, folks. I was sat in that seat in shock and awe of how insane this car really was. I also got to experience the sound and feeling of a supercharger. I tell you what, folks, the way they sound and how they feel is incredible in both the VX220 and the Exige. And we were only using 3rd and 4th gear in both cars to accelerate. And here we are, we're going back into the pits, driving to the spot once again, and just what an incredible 10 laps that was. And of course the 5 laps in the VX220 was just as amazing. So there we go, folks, that is both the footage of the VX220 and the Lotus Exige on the channel, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. So now we're going to cut back to the car for the outro.
So there you have it, folks. That is the entire video footage of the Lotus Exige. And what do you guys think to that? I mean, let me know in the comment section down below. What an incredible 10 laps that was, like I said in the voiceover there. And getting to experience both cars was definitely very intriguing, especially in the fact that they were both supercharged. And that was what I was saying a minute ago as well, is that I got to experience 2 supercharged cars. And honestly, the torque is immense, especially when I first experienced it in the VX220. I mean, John was only using 3rd gear for most of the track, 3rd and 4th, because the torque from the supercharger allows him to do so. I don't even think we touched 2nd gear. I don't believe we did anyway, and I don't think we did in the Exige either. We were just using around 3rd and 4th for all of the power. And honestly, the way they accelerated in 3rd and 4th made you think they were doing it in 1st or 2nd. That's how crazy the superchargers can be. Definitely be attending the next year's Lotus and VX220 event, that's for sure, folks. You'll see me there, and it's going to be fantastic because, I mean, this year was great, so I cannot wait to see what next year has in store, and maybe we'll do a few more passenger laps as well. And I did get a comment from the yellow Caterham owner, and he said he'll be more than happy to take me around for a few laps, and I said yeah, we'll get it sorted and see what we can do for next year. So cannot wait for that. It's going to be great. But apart from that, folks, that is everything for now, and that's everything for the VX220 and Lotus Owners Club Day. I really hope you enjoyed this entire event, all the videos and shorts as well. And if you'd like to see anything else like it at Cadwell Park, car specific events, or the general track days, or any other type of video on this channel, then you know what to do. And if you're new, you also know what to do. Hit that bell, like, comment and subscribe, all of that good stuff, because it's always appreciated. And once again, big thanks to Mr. John Clifton and Pete for the experiences in the cars. But I'll see you in the future, guys. Have a good one.